Okay, so here we are for the tour of the Final Cut Pro interface. I'm going to start up here in the browser. This is where you import all your files. So I've got some video files here. Also got my sequence, which is relating to this sequence down here, which is a timeline. We'll come on to that in a second. You can also import photos and videos and audio clips just by going to the Import Files or Folder menu in the File menu there. When you double click on a piece of video, it opens up in the viewer. Here it is in the viewer, and you have video tab where you can play and rewind and move through the video. You can also go to the audio tab. We see audio waveforms of the file. Filters, where you add effects. So if you go to video filters, this is where your effects are kept. And finally the motion tab, which you can do lots of cool stuff like change the scale, rotation, crop and distort the clips in there. Once it's in the viewer, you can drag it down onto your timeline like so, and we end up with video on the V track. So this is all your video tracks, and then below that you'll have your audio tracks, so your A tracks along here. You can turn these on and off using these green buttons here like so, and you can resize these tracks using this sort of bar graph icon down at the bottom here. If you can't see the waveforms in the timeline, you can click on this triangle here and you can turn that on and off using that control just there. Your timeline is linked to what's called your canvas, and you consider this as your output monitor. So this is what the audience is going to see. So anything you're doing on the timeline, when it plays through, is going to relate to the canvas. Down here you've got your audio meters. This showed us what level the audio is at, so it's quite a good visual representation of what the audio is doing. And you have a fair few tools that we're going to use as we move through the tutorials. For example, your blade tool for cutting, zoom tool, your pen tool for doing keyframes, and that type of thing. You've got play controls on your canvas for playing, and we'll move through a few shortcuts as we go through there. So that's basically your quick view of your Final Cut Pro interface.